1968, the Milwaukee Bucks host Christmas Day basketball as they welcome the Golden State Warriors to Fiserv Forum. Golden State missed the playoffs last year. Milwaukee had the best record each of the last 2 years, but both seasons ended in playoff disappointment. As we welcome you to NBA Christmas Day on ABC, presented by State Farm. Two-time reigning MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo hoping to bring the Bucks their first championship in 50 years. Three-time NBA champ and two-time MVP Steph Curry is back after missing most of last year due to injury. He'll face Drew Holiday, an excellent defender, in just his second game as a new member of the Bucks. And hi, everybody. I'm Dave Pasch. My honor and pleasure to welcome back Hubie Brown to the NBA on ABC. Hubie, Steph is back. He certainly will contend for the MVP, but it won't be easy. Giannis has not only won the last two, but he was also Defensive Player of the Year last year.
Well, I think when you look at Curry's game, you say he's a basketball magician with the ball, especially in the traffic. As far as who's the greatest shooter of the history of the game, he'll definitely be in the front sentence when everyone is throwing in there. Then when you say to yourself, what about distance behind the three-point line? Distance is not a factor. You have to just appreciate his game, and he is totally unselfish giving up the basketball in traffic. Now, at the other end, we have a physical force here in Giannis. When you talk about 6'11" and 250 pounds, on the fast break, he is absolutely outstanding because of the quickness, agility, and will end with the Euro step. Then when you look at the power game from the foul line down, he'll attack all the double teams, good footwork, and then the explosion with force trying to fix.
And we are underway. Steph Curry will bring it up. 32 years old, now his 12th season. Played on Tuesday night in a loss to Brooklyn. Scored 20 points, but was just 7 of 21 and 2 of 10 from three. Missed three to start the game.
You can see that
rebounded by Middleton.
A three-point shooting team. Anytime that you're looking at them, when in game one they really struggled behind the line. They need a big game from Wiggins, Oubre, and Curry behind the three-point line.
And how about Wiseman with a good defensive play? Youngest to start an opening night for Golden State since 1970. Curry with a miss, Giannis the rebound.
Wiseman at 7 foot is a delight to watch. Incredible jumping ability, quickness of foot, and then he will leave his man to go for the block. Now remember, he's only 19 years of age. In game one, he had an excellent opener.
Foul was on Pascal, the first in the game.
In game one at Boston, Milwaukee struggled with their second unit. They only got 12 points off the bench. That's got to change anytime they're in tight contests.
Middleton has it rim out and boarded by Kelly Oubre, who came over in a trade with Oklahoma City after he was dealt by Phoenix for Chris Paul. Turnover here by Pascal, who had to play a lot last year because of all the injuries. Pascal was a second-round pick, a rookie, but he actually ended up making the all-rookie team, first team.
Well, you like it because at the end of the season, he averaged 17 points a game, in a starting position. You can't miss him. You can't miss the big guy when he's opened in the paint.
Going right at Giannis, and a foul is called that Antetokounmpo is first, and so Wiseman will go to the free throw line.
Well, everything that you like about Wiseman, see, he's very, very quick. He's left-handed. He'll come down inside. He has the baby hooks. But most important, he'll surprise you because he'll take the three-point shot if he's open and the clock is down, and he can make the shots. You're going to like this young man. You have to look at this and say, no training camp, no exhibitions. He goes in game one against Brooklyn, and he comes up with 19 points and did an excellent job minute-wise in regards to rebounding.
And Hubie, that was his first game since November of 2019 because he played just 3 games in Memphis. Issues with the NCAA, ended up just announcing in mid-December of last year he would leave. Memphis and just get ready for the NBA as three goes for DiVincenzo.
Well, DiVincenzo played extremely well in game one as a starter at the two-guard position. He's very quick in the open floor, and he's looking to make the three this year.
Wiseman and Wiggins with the points for Golden State, and there's Holiday inside getting that one to go over Oubre.
Well, when you talk about Holiday, you're talking 6'3", 6'4", great upper body strength, a proven scorer, came from the Pelicans as their second leading scorer.
Wow, there's Wiseman down the lane, getting the dish and stuffing it.
Appreciate the quickness off the dribble. He's not bashful now.
Giannis with the miss, and there's Wiseman again, this time on the glass. Here's Steph in transition. The floater won't go. Antetokounmpo tips it to himself. Giannis all the way. It's the dunk. And a foul, though, on Pascal. That's two already on him.
Remember we told you in the opening, anytime, now this is just a great move, on the move to the basket by Wiseman. You can see uppy body strength. He's going strong. Now, if you're not going to contest him, he'll do that. He'll try that all night long. Foul line down.
So Giannis Antetokounmpo with the free throw line. He missed what would have been a game-tying foul shot against Boston just a couple of nights ago. But his career free throw shooting percentage is around 73. He became just the third player ever to win MVP and Defensive Player of the Year in the same season. Michael Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon, the other two.
The other night, he had 17 points at the end of three quarters in that bruising game at Boston. And then scored 18 points to bring his team back into contention. And it's just sad that the game had to end with the missed foul shot.
Yeah, 122-121. Boston won that game. Meanwhile, the Warriors got trounced by Brooklyn. How about Eric Pascal hanging and stuffing it?
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing from him, but we know that he can score. He did it last year when he had the opportunity to start. He'll attack the basket, and if you're not going to guard him off the dribble, he'll go all the way.
DiVincenzo drains another one. Excellent look by Drew Holiday. Got a kick ball here on the Curry drive.
And it's just a strong move from the side. See, if you're going to come in here in this game today, if you're going to try to stop Giannis, you know that you're going to have to take charges. Boston took 4 charges the other evening in that game. Will you do that when he goes to the basket? Now, right now, you can see here, it's a freeway at both ends. Very little people trying to attack the shooter on the drive.
Wiggins shaken up, and then boy, Steph Curry way off on the three-point try. Wiggins played 12 games last year with the Warriors after coming over to deal with Minnesota. But without Klay Thompson, Wiggins' role changes. He goes from being normally the number 3 option offensively to now the number 2. As that one goes down, and the Bucks have a 4-point lead. There's Middleton with his first bucket of the night. Here's Wiseman showing off the range, swishing home a 3. How about the start? 7 points for Wiseman.
Now remember no training camp, no exhibition games. Game 2, and this young guy is playing like he's playing in his backyard.
On the other end, though, picks up a foul, trying to defend Giannis. A 3-point chance for Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, this young man is not afraid to attack the rim. Off the dribble, in the post, and then going to the basket. Giannis at that end, we know he will attack every single chance that he gets, especially if you double team. He'll attack the double team.
Hubie is a coach. You've got a rookie who's defending the MVP. What kind of advice, what are you telling him before the game to try to get him prepped for what he has to face?
Well, the main thing is to try not to block any jump shots in the post area, okay, unless you have space so that there's no contact. You do not want him getting silly fouls early because he's matched up against one of the great physical forces that we have in the NBA.
Well, he just did foul him. That was not necessarily in a jump shot, but it was on the drive, so that's 2 quick ones on Wiseman, and he will go to the bench for Golden State. 4th team foul already on the Warriors. That should be fun tonight. The Lakers with their ring ceremony the other night after capturing their 17th NBA championship down in the bubble. Barely 70 days removed from that Game 6 win over Miami as Giannis misses bad on the second attempt. He's 3 for 5 at the line here early on. Wiseman going to stay in the game. He just went over to talk to the Warriors bench, but going to stay out there. Here's Oubre from deep. He was 0 for 6 the other night from 3-point range in a loss to Brooklyn. A foul down court as Giannis was sneaking down the floor. Oubre picking up the personal foul. And so they are over the foul limit already with 7.5 remaining in the first.
Dave, if you notice the long pass, we've had a few of them already at both ends of the floor. Both of these teams will send a guy out on a long shot. If you take a long shot, that man who's playing him, rather than go for the rebound, will take off. And both teams will do this time and time again.
Antetokounmpo trying to become the first player since Larry Bird to win 3 straight MVPs. Bird did it 84, 85, and 86. He won 2 championships during that stretch. Giannis just turned 26 less than 3 weeks ago. His team up 5. Antetokounmpo with 6 points.
Christmas came early after Giannis Antetokounmpo signed the largest contract in NBA history to remain with the Bucks. And I sat down with the 2-time MVP and asked him why he decided to sign now and not test free agency.
I didn't want the pressure, not me personally. I can deal with pressure. I didn't want the pressure, on my teammates, and my coaching staff, like going out there, losing a game, and people talking about, oh, he's leaving. Oh, he's staying. Oh, they didn't play well. Oh, he's out of there. Like that's adding more pressure to what we're trying to accomplish here. The goal is to win a championship. So going through a year of pressure is almost like throwing it out the year while I'm entering my prime.
Well, you think as Middleton picks up the foul there on a driving Marquise Chris, you think about how many minds were put at ease when Giannis signed that contract that Cassidy was talking about, the largest in NBA history. There was so much discussion when the Bucks fell to Miami in the conference semifinals and the playoffs last year that maybe he would end up there. But he says, this is my city. I love Milwaukee. I want to stay here. Now, obviously, if they don't win a championship in the next couple of years, he may look elsewhere. But in terms of the contract, he is supposed to stay in Milwaukee now through 25.
He's deeply rooted in his family. His family takes priority over everything. And one quote that I read was, I asked my mother if she wanted to move, and she said no. I think that counted a little bit.
Absolutely. His youngest brother, Alex, was in high school in Milwaukee. He's done now, skipped college, and so he's playing overseas, and they're going to try to make the NBA. He does have another brother that's on the team in Milwaukee, Thanasis, and then another brother, Kostas, who's with the Lakers, who got his ring the other night from the championship.
Look, I'm watching Golden State now. If they're going to win against teams that they are underdogs, especially on the road, they're on a 4-game road trip. In Game 1, your 3 perimeter players, Wiggins, Oubre, and Curry, were 4 for 22 in the 3-ball. That can't happen because they're going to get a lot of shots because Wiseman is he's going to force people to pay attention to him off the dribble. So these other 3 guys must come in with good points and shooting percentages every night.
Bobby Portis with a good defensive play getting the block. To your point on the struggles of Oubre, Curry, and Wiggins. Right now just 1 for 7 in this game. As the 3 drops. Lee knocking it down from the corner. His first points of the game. But Steph is 0 for 3 and 0 for 2 from three-point land. He just picked up a foul here, his first. He traditionally has not played well on Christmas Day, averaging just 12 points per game and shooting under 30% from the floor. This is his 8th Christmas Day game. You look at Steve Kerr now in his 7th NBA season, 8 championships, 5 as a player, 3 as the head coach of the Warriors. Let's take a look at the upcoming national TV schedule. NBA TV tomorrow. Atlanta is at Memphis. What a debut Ja Morant had the other night. First game of this year at over 40. Philadelphia against the Knicks. James Harden could be back for that Rocket game against the Blazers. Then on TNT Tuesday, the Bucks are at Miami. Rematch of that playoff series. And New Orleans on the road at Phoenix.
For people who might be the casual fan, Middleton, who just attempted the 2 foul shots, is one of the unheralded players in the league. Made the All-Star team last year, but averaged right around 20. He's their second leading scorer and a very dangerous guy at both ends.
You think about it, Middleton was just a couple of percentage points away from shooting 50% from the floor, over 40 from 3, and over 90 from the line. There have only been a handful of guys to do that while averaging 20 points per game. So he had a remarkable season as Lee tries to save it, but stepped out of bounds.
Now, you're absolutely right about Middleton. He gives it to you. He gives it to you at both ends. He's a great player. You can see the 20 points up there. But there are only 8 players since they went to the three-point line in the late 70s that can do the 50, 40 behind the three-point line and over 90 on the line. Now, for him, he didn't make it. He was all 3. He had all the way at the end of the season. He ended up 3 decimal points away from making that, and he would have been the 9th player. Now, that's some tribute when you're talking about the great shooters.
No question. Oubre with an excellent defensive play. Drives on Giannis. Offensive foul is called against Oubre. That is 2 personals on him. As Adetokunbo, the reigning defensive player of the year in the NBA, gets the charge call.
Yeah, just go to the lead forearm. Anytime that you see a player going to make that turn right there on the spin move, if that defender's up on him, he'll catch that forearm.
Middleton was roaring into the lane, and he's called for an offensive foul. And check that, they called traveling that time on Middleton. 3-point Milwaukee lead. First quarter, midway through the opening stanza on a triple-header day on ABC. Another missed 3 by Oubre.
See, many times when you're not shooting well from outside, whether it's over a couple of games or even in one night, when you have an opportunity to dribble to the basket like he did, there was no need to take the 3 because there was an alley to go to the rim.
Excellent defensive play by Chris on one end, then on the other. Oubre couldn't handle it. Portis maybe blocked it out of bounds to Milwaukee.
I like Portis. Portis did a good job in Chicago, a nice job with the New York Knicks. And now this was an excellent pickup since you allowed Lopez's brother to leave the team. So you got him now as a backup center or a backup power forward.
You look at the moves that the Bucks did in the offseason. You talked about letting Robin Lopez go as Middleton drains a 3. They also lost Wesley Matthews. They moved on from Eric Bledsoe, making the trade for Drew Holiday. Ilyasova, George Hill, they're both gone. Lee from the corner, not that time.
How about Culver? 6 guys in their top 10 scoring last year when we stopped because of the virus are no longer on this team. 6 out of the top 10 scoring.
Curry with a drive and kick.
Nice.
That's Marquise.
A little ball fake. Nice.
Marquise Chris, a talented guy, former top 10 pick out of Washington. He's only 23, now on his 4th team in 5 NBA seasons. He's got some skill. Middleton from outside again.
Middleton's, like they always say, he's the total package, Dave. He gives you the 3. He can go to the basket. He's an excellent foul shooter.
Boy, Chris again showing off that athletic ability in the paint. Missed the first shot, but put the second one in and drew a foul. So a 3-point opportunity here for Chris.
Now this is just reading. See, anytime that you move without the ball, when you get double teamed, All right, the other player that's free has got to create the passing lane because Curry will hit you every time. He'll give the ball up in traffic. He'll take the track. And right now, Chris, I thought, in the second half of the season last year, got plenty of playing time, and he did a very, very good job for them. And I'm happy to see that he's back this year. He plays with a lot of enthusiasm coming off the bench.
So they did not count the basket. And he went 1 of 2 at the line on that trip. So it's a 4-point. Check that, a 6-point
zone here now. You got to be careful there. No, okay, they just switched off.
Holiday's pass inside. Wilson trying to get a handle on it. Batted out by Chris. And Michael Mulder, who's on the court, second-year player out of Kentucky. Curry's 3 not there, but he will shoot 3. Holiday fouled him beyond the arc.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Holiday is on the all-defensive team a number of years. He came over the top. By coming over the top of the screen, he thought he was taking away the shot, but he got there late because he had a little contact. So if they're going to lay off of the screener, and then you can't go under with Curry. Curry will shoot all night long. But by going over the top, you've got to clear the screener to chase him off of that three-point attempt.
Who will score more three-pointers in today's Nets Celtics game? Coming up next on ABC. Answer questions like this and more for a chance to meet an NBA legend. Play NBA Pick'em Primetime Picks free at NBA.com/Pick'em. So Steph Curry has now made 53 free throws in a row. Remember, he barely played last year. Just five games. Had a left hand injury at the end of October. Returned in early March, but it was too late at that point. The Warriors were out of it. They ended up with the worst record in the league. Did not play in the bubble, but they're hanging around the day. Down 3 in Milwaukee late first quarter.
Merry Christmas. Here we go. Give me up top, up top, up top. Throw it up, throw it up. Let's find it. Hey, break it up. Break it up. Slow down, Stephen.
Well, Steph is struggling early on from the floor. 0 for 3, 0 for 2 from three-point range. He's mic'd up today along with Draymond Green, who's not playing. Brooke Lopez is mic'd up today for the Milwaukee Bucks as Connaughton drives, and it's a good play there as Portis is able to score, finishing through contact.
Now, that was the first time that they played a 2-3 zone on an out-of-bounds play.
Portis with the rebound off the Damian Lee miss. Here's Holiday. Nifty move, but he couldn't finish. Cleared by Curry.
Yeah, Holiday loves to go down the left side of the floor and finish with his left hand.
Offensive foul is called here on Golden State. Marquise Chris.
Now just keep an eye on this now. This just, once again, Curry taking the Holiday's playing him well. There's your screen. All right, he just stands up with a good screen. But see how to call.
Portis, tough shot, spins out, rebounded by Chris.
He can get that one-on-one move in the low post anytime. And the big thing for him is to attack the rim. Do not do any fade away from the basket.
Ball knocked out of bounds by Holiday. You think about, Hubie, all that Steph Curry has on his shoulders. And obviously without Klay Thompson last year, you knew it was going to be a challenge. I don't know that anybody thought they'd end up with just 15 wins, but you could tell early last season that it was going to be a long year. Without Klay Thompson again this year, it's such a challenge because of what he does defensively for the Warriors.
Well, he always will play the other team's best point guard, and he doesn't get enough credit for that. I voted for him every year on the all-defensive team because of that. That allows Curry to move up and either play a two-guard or even a small forward, and they'll try to hide him. And that's good for Curry for the stamina. See, they're back in this 2-3 zone again, and he's on the back side, on the right side, on the double-team side.
Bryn Forbes drills a three his first year with Milwaukee. Spent the last 4 in San Antonio. Milwaukee is 5 of 7 from three-point land so far. The Warriors are 2 for 10. Forbes tried it again but missed it. And Wiggins has it. Here's Curry still looking for his first field goal. He'll go to the line again. 3 for 3 so far at the stripe, but 0 for 4 from the floor.
And just keep an eye on this now. You're going to see a nice double team. Just get the ball back out, even against the zone. If the zone double teams you, you still have 4 against 1. You know, and main thing, get the ball out, and then you'll always get a good shot at the basket. But any time that Curry comes off a high screen going to his left, if you're going to lay back, he's going to turn the corner and shoot the jumper or make something happen for another player. If you come up and try to double team him hard, he'll go back and fade and take your double team away, and he'll find the free man. He's very unselfish anytime that he's trapped.
And he's now 3 points away from tying Rick Barry for second most in Golden State Warrior history. And at some point this year will likely pass Wilt Chamberlain for the most points scored in franchise history. Forbes with a pull-up jumper. It's good. He's got 5 points off the bench here in the quarter.
Yeah, the defensive man just stepped back and never recovered himself.
Curry with a pull-up, his first field goal of the game.
All right, they're hanging in here now with a minute to go. You just don't want them to get up to like 37 or 38 points.
Yeah, they gave up 40 to the Nets in the season opener in the first quarter.
Well, you notice no double team. They just played Lopez one-on-one.
3 wouldn't fall for Mulder. That's one of the reasons he's playing, because the Warriors, it's crazy to say the Warriors don't have a lot of great three-point shooters, but that's the case this year. That's why Mulder's in the lineup as Holiday scores inside.
Remember what we said about Holiday? Loves to go, spin, come off the break, and shoot with that left hand.
Chris up top, way off on the 3.
I don't know. Somebody should whisper to him. Now, look, it's okay. Wiseman's been making them in game 1. Let's not go outside of your distance here.
Yeah, Chris only a 21% three-point shooter last year. Warriors are 2 for 12 today from 3. Milwaukee's 5 of 8, and about a 4-second difference in the clocks here at the end of the first quarter. Here's DJ Augustine driving. Good recovery. Mulder got the block. 3 seconds left. Wiggins pulls the trigger, can't get it. And the first quarter comes to an end. Giannis, 6 first quarter points, 4 boards. Milwaukee leads by 8.
Welcome back to Milwaukee. Time for today's coaches interview, brought to you by eBay. Golden State down 8 here with Warriors head coach Steve Kerr and coach James Wiseman. 7 points, even marking Giannis on defense. What do you make of the impact early from your rookie?
Well, he's a really talented player and just a wonderful guy to coach. I mean, he's just been a sponge, and he's only practiced 5 times with us because of the delay to start camp for him. So he's going to be something, and we're excited to have him.
Yeah, speaking of that shortened build-up, going forward, what do you focused on to build that continuity and identity that you say is lacking so far on this team?
Well, we just gave up, I think, 33 in the first quarter. So, we've talked a lot about being a defensive team. We're obviously not there yet, but we've got to continue to work at that end. We got into the bonus too quickly, too many fouls. Gave up a couple transition buckets, but we're going to get better quickly with this group. I really love coaching them. Great guys, and we're not there yet, but we'll get there eventually.
Thanks, Coach. Merry Christmas.
Thanks, you too, Cassidy.
Back to you, Dave. Hubie.
Well, Hubie, you think about when the Warriors were winning championships, we all know they had great three-point shooting, but they also were a great defensive team. And getting Draymond Green back here in the next game or two is going to help.
Now, that will help a lot because not only from the defensive end, but the defensive rebounding. And then also, he's your best playmaker. Every year he's in the top 10 or close to it in assists. And for a power forward, that's saying a lot about his talent. But the big thing with young teams, because I've had them in Memphis and in Atlanta, they get better by the week. But it must come from the defense where you say, we're the underdog, we need more shots. Well, how are we going to get them? We have to force turnovers. We have to get steals. We have to get block shots. Now, can we do those three things at the defensive end and be physical? And then offensive rebounding. You have to work hard at it, but it doesn't come just by talking about it.
Wiseman, excellent defensive player, had a shot block last game, has one already in this one. Basket by Wiggins. Draymond Green expected back either against Chicago on Sunday or their game against Detroit on Tuesday. He's out with a foot injury. Wiggins misfires, but Toscana Anderson tracks it down. Missed three, though, by Jordan Poole, Milwaukee native. Here's Augustine off the Giannis screen, and it's good from three-point range.
Dave, I'm a fan. I was a fan of his when he played in Chicago, down in Orlando. He can lead a team. He can come off the bench or even lead your first unit. I'm happy to see that he's back off of his injury.
Yeah, did not play the other night with a calf injury. And their loss to Boston. Wiggins able to muscle his way in the lane and score against Lopez.
Now, wait a second. If he was going to try to steal Lopez's wallet, I don't think he would have moved back 3 feet, okay? I just can't believe that move.
Wiggins has already taken 10 shots here in the first half. Giannis backing down the defender, gets into the lane.
Man, you got to get it out. You got to get the easy ones.
Wanamaker, former Celtic, drills a triple. 31-year-old in his third NBA season, played 6 years overseas in 4 different countries before finally making the NBA.
Dave, that was an excellent pickup by them because he played well off the bench for the Celtics. Now keep an eye on the Wiggins move here right now. Once he gets, there's your bump. Now come on. 7-foot Lopez at 280 pounds just moved 3 feet. All right, now Wanamaker to me can come off the bench, score the basketball. He's an excellent foul shooter, a good defender, was a good contributor in Boston. Nice pickup.
Antetokounmpo now 4 of 8 at the free throw line and just 1 of 5 from the field.
Now, Dave, even last year during the season, and then in play, you're still talking about the 50% average to 60. He's got to get up to 70 to 75 because he gets to the foul line. Second, only to Harden last year, 10 attempts a game. He's got to make it. He's got to get up there and make at least 75%.
It's interesting. His three-point shooting got better last year, but his free throw shooting got worse. Lopez from the corner, nice. Got the defender off his feet, drives and is fouled. Brook Lopez, who's a key player for this Milwaukee team, does a lot of the little things, can obviously make the three, was an all-NBA second-team defensive performer a year ago for Mike Budenholzer's team.
Wild.
Boy, the Nets looked good the other night. See them up next on ABC against Boston. Kevin Durant looks like he never left.
Oh, Brooklyn's loaded. You can go down 10 guys. They have 3 people playing on their second unit that could start for a number of teams in this league.
Steve Nash, first time NBA head coach. Drive and kick to Kevon Looney, who grew up in Milwaukee, attended UCLA, misfired on the three. Antetokounmpo in transition gives it up. DiVincenzo called for the offensive foul. He's their leading scorer so far in the game. Dante with 11 points.
Now you can see here what happened in that game the other night for Golden State. Both of these guys played limited minutes, and they came in with these kind of numbers. It started on the first shot of the game. They were a powerhouse going in the first 24 minutes of play.
Wiggins missed it, but got it back. 8-point lead for the Bucks. 4 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Here's Poole. Misfired on the triple try, and the Warriors continue to struggle from three-point land. 4 of 20. Giannis driving, and he was fouled. Third team foul on Golden State.
Anytime that Giannis gets the basketball outside of, say, 20 feet, and he puts the ball down on the floor, the double team will come, and sometimes triple teams come on him. He'll try to eventually get through it with a Euro step so that he can get to the rim.
Hey, his strides are amazing. I mean, you mentioned it in our meeting we were talking yesterday about sometimes he'll get the ball outside the three-point arc, take one or two dribbles, and he's at the rim. Just an incredible athlete. And think of the improvement, too, that Giannis has made. I mean, he was the 15th pick in 2013. He was an unknown commodity for most people in professional basketball. Ended up a few years after that winning most improved player. And then just a couple years after that, MVP. Then he wins MVP again last year.
Dave, when you go back in his career, he was 19 years old when he came. He weighed 200 pounds. Now, he is 6'11", grew 2 inches, and added 50 pounds. And he's still quick as a cat anytime he's in traffic.
Turned 26 on December 6th, so he's just getting started. Middleton misses. Rebounded by James Wiseman, rookie out of Memphis, the number 2 pick in the draft. Some contact on the perimeter. Foul on Milwaukee. First team foul in the quarter on the Bucks.
From a coaching standpoint, you know, you look at this for Golden State and you're saying, man, we're getting good shots. We're getting a lot of open shots, a lot of open threes, but we have to tighten up defensively, just like Steve said, and try to become a better, more physical defensive team off the dribble. Nice.
Wiggins soars to the rim and puts it in. Former number 1 pick Andrew Wiggins of Cleveland in 2014, then immediately traded to Minnesota to make way for LeBron James in Cleveland. His return to the Cavaliers franchise, where he eventually won a title. How about Wiseman with a block? Man, I thought Augustine was going to get a layup, and Wiseman came over there with that left hand and swatted it.
Gabe, do you realize he was on the other side of the lane? And it was a great move and a great fake. A great fake by Augustine. This is Wiggins going down inside. And this you'd like to see more of him tonight, along with Oubre. Because, if you know...
The fact that the Warriors are shooting 30% for the floor. Middleton, beautifully done with a step back. 12 points now, a game high for Chris Middleton.
I enjoy watching him play. He's never in a hurry. He can make the three. He's great off the dribble, and he's dynamite down on the baseline on either side of the lane.
DiVincenzo hits a cutting Giannis. Almost turned it over. Got kind of caught no man's land up in the air. All the way jumper is short. He's just 1 for 6 from the field. Offensive rebound, though, by Portis. Augustine had it taken away. Wiggins working hard on defense. That's something else that Steve Kerr mentioned to us the other day. Checking with Cassidy.
Yeah, Dave, you mentioned how much James Wiseman is a sponge. And, you know, in talking to people around the Warriors, they're just so impressed with what a well-rounded person he is. For one, he's fluent in Mandarin and says he tries to study a little bit every day. He chose to study Mandarin after learning about how connected China is to the NBA and thought it'd be a great addition to his resume. He also meditates twice a day, 10 to 15 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at night. And lastly, Damian Lillard, if you're listening, he says he's willing to sell you a beat because he, quote, makes fire beats and can also spit bars. So if you want to hop on a track together. So there's a lot to this young man, more than just basketball, but I think he's proving he is made for the NBA, Dave Hubie.
I think there's a lot of people that want Damian Lillard's advice on how to be a better rapper. But Wiseman is a bright young talent, number 2 pick. Anthony Edwards went number 1 to Minnesota, then Wiseman number 2. He's from Memphis, Tennessee, attended Memphis, but again, just played in 3 games last year.
You're still hanging around if you're Golden State and Curry's 1 for 5 and Oubre hasn't scored. So you know that if 2 of your 3 best scorers can get going here. But you have to understand Steve Kerr. You got 3 new players at positions that are starting, and you're asking them to play fluent basketball after going to the finals 5 years up until last year because you had incredible talent.
Yeah, those 5 straight NBA finals, the most since Boston went for a decade straight from 1957 to 1966. Curry drains a 3, his first triple of the game, and just his second basket. So 10 points now for Steph. Here's Middleton. Showing earlier he could do it from the perimeter, now taking it deep into the paint and scoring.
Curry stepped up to try to take the charge, but definitely a nice slide move by Middleton.
Oubre continues to struggle, 0 for 9 now in the season from behind the arc. He played really well in Phoenix last year until he had to undergo knee surgery in early March. Lopez inside gets 2. Lead up to 9. And a timeout by Golden State with 3:50 remaining in the first half.
Jake from State Farm. If you here, this must be a State Farm commercial.
Sure is.
It also means it's about to go down.
Oh, don't worry, Chris. Things are going to go surprisingly great.
I've been doing this for too many years. It means something about to go down. Oh, no. Here it comes. Jake, protect yourself.
Have a nice day. I told you. Surprising. Just like State Farm's surprisingly great rates.
Who are you talking to?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Chris Pitcher, he was the high scorer and the All-NBA player off of that.
Yeah, when the Warriors won the title in 2015, it was 40 years after that last championship won by Barry and the Warriors.
And Al Attles was the coach. Rick growing up in Jersey, Al Attles growing up at Wake in Newark, New Jersey. It was really great. Al had a great career.
Middleton picks up the foul. Oubre misses the free throw. Coming up on the Mountain Dew halftime report. We'll check in on what happened earlier today between the Pelicans and Heat. Big day for Zion, but was it enough to knock off the defending Eastern Conference champion Miami Heat? Maria Taylor and Jalen Rose standing by. We have 2 more games after us on ABC, including the Mavs-Lakers, which is on ABC and ESPN, and then the Nuggets and the Clippers to finish out tonight's action. Holiday inside and count the basket.
Oh, I tell you, Pascal thought he had that before it got on the board. Now, from the angle that we had there, you couldn't really tell, but he really sounded off at the referee that he got that.
Damian Lee swishes home a 3-pointer. 4th-year player out of Louisville who started most of last year for Golden State with all the injuries, but the Bucks come right back with a 3 of their own. Chris Middleton now with 17 points. He's 3 of 4 from three-point land. Wiseman got the rebound and the flush.
You see, Milwaukee doesn't try to block any shots. You notice that in traffic in this game. So why not attack the rim? Why not get on the offensive board and then go up strong?
Lopez in the paint gets that one to bounce home, and the lead is back up to 10 now for the Bucks with 2.5 to go in the half.
With 2 minutes to go in the half, just think about it. Lopez has gotten 2 shots in the game where they don't challenge Wiseman if he plays him at any time. Make him play him in the low post. See what would happen.
Wiseman, another 3. That one's good. He's got 12 points, and he's knocked down 2 triples. What a Christmas Day debut for the number 2 pick, the rookie out of Memphis.
Dave, he has beautiful form. You know, the first night I saw him do that, when he aims up and he's going to shoot it, you just say, gee, it's so fluid. Very easy.
Nice step through by Holiday. Goes to the other side of the rim and puts it home with the left. Drew Holiday coming over in an off-season 14 trade. Was with the Pelicans the last 7 years. Now in his 12th NBA season. One of the great ambassadors for the game. Won the NBA Teammate of the Year award last year. And he also is going to donate the rest of his salary to black-owned businesses and nonprofit organizations. Nice cut. And Lopez fouled Wiseman, going for the dunk against the 7-footer.
Well, Wiseman's been on fire throughout this entire half. Now just watch as he trails. See Lopez laid off him? Bad mistake. You have to come up. Even if he tries to cut, you can body him so he can't get to the rim. But on that last play, once again, Curry makes a great pass to a man cutting on the other side of the lane. And once again, it's Wiseman. He understands when his man turns his head or there's a double team on Curry to move without the ball and create the passing lane.
Only 3 games played at Memphis, and then he gets drafted number 2 overall, then has to miss most of training camp because of COVID protocols. Became the youngest Warrior to start an opening night in 50 years. And so far in this game, he's got 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 blocks. He's missed 1 shot. His team within 9, just outside a minute to go. Chris Middleton, the leading scorer for Milwaukee with 17. Make it 20 as he hits a 3. And Steph Curry is called for a foul, so a 4-point chance for the 2-time All-Star Chris Middleton.
See, this is always, I can shoot over the top of you because you're giving me 4 inches. See that? Now, Curry played him so that he couldn't go to the basket, but this guy's got range. He can shoot from behind the 3-point line. And if you notice, he's never in a hurry. He's totally under control.
He had 27 in opening night against Boston. He's got 21 here tonight as Curry gets to the rim. Puts that one home. Inside a minute to go in the half. Lopez will try a 3. It won't fall. Good block out by Wiggins. Wiseman setting the screen for Curry. And Holiday comes from behind and pokes it out of bounds.
See, I like what Holiday did on that play. He followed Curry all the way. Curry thinks that he's only played by the guy in front of him because he cannot see Holiday. Holiday gets a piece of the ball.
Excellent defender. First team All-NBA defense a couple years ago.
Well, you got to go to the hole if it's there. There. Oh. This young man is just having a very difficult time in the first 2 games.
Yep, Oubre 0 for 6 tonight. He was 3 of 14 the other night. Offensive rebound by Holiday. Pat Connaughton steps into one. And there's Giannis with the offensive rebound. Adetokounmpo grabbed by Wiggins. He'll go back to the line where he's just 4 for 9. He's 1 of 6 from the floor, 0 for 2 from 3, just 6 points for the MVP.
Now this is just now. Keep an eye on it there, so he gets fouled. The one thing, anytime Wiseman is out past the foul line area, the big question mark as Golden State moves along, can you other four guys take and care for the defensive rebounding? Are you going to continue to give up second chance opportunities? That's going to be a big factor for them. Everybody's got a rebound with this group.
Four for 10 now at the line for Antetokounmpo. Became the third youngest player in NBA history to repeat as MVP, behind Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and LeBron James.
Well, I like what the defensive player on the inside said. That was goaltending on that follow-up.
3 seconds to go. Curry from deep knocks it down with a second to go.
There you go.
Holiday from half court. So Steph Curry got off to a slow start, but finishes the first half with 15 points. Just 4 of 10 from the floor, but he's keeping, along with James Wiseman, keeping Golden State in the game. Chris Middleton is the leading scorer for Milwaukee. He's the biggest reason the Bucks lead Curry and the Warriors by 10.
NBA Christmas Day, presented by State Farm on ABC, is brought to you by the new movie The Croods: A New Age, now available on demand. Subway, eat fresh. And the all-new Kia Sorento, the world's first storytelling machine.
Down every road is a story. The farther you go, the more wild and unexpected they get. But those are the ones you remember, and tell and retell. So you need the right machine to find them. A capable machine that's tough.
And our player will stay involved in the game. Now look at this. See, this happens a lot. 3 guys. His man right there is Wiseman. Wiseman will give him that long jumper. But anytime, once again, he comes down inside, you'll see 3 guys are shading towards him again. He'll make the right play to the guy that's open. You can't double team or triple team a guy without people being wide open. And then the unselfishness comes. Here, set the screens. That really wasn't a great screen, but it was saved. Now, this is the thing which just blows your mind. You're only 10 points down. You're shooting 35% from the field, 8 for 29 in threes. What's keeping you in the game? Points off of turnovers, second chance points, all the little things. Now, can Golden State get their offensive game going in the shooting? Could really make something happen here.
Those are our first half stats brought to you by SAP. Steph Curry, 15 points to lead Golden State at halftime, but he was just 4 of 10 and 2 of 7 from 3. And Milwaukee with a 10-point lead, 21 points for Chris Middleton on 11 shots. Holiday making his home debut as a Buck, scoops it up and in with the left hand.
Now, just think about it. He hasn't hit a shot. The majority of his points are down inside the foul line area off the dribble.
Kelly Oubre taking it to the rim. Missed again and is shaken up on the play. Boy, he's struggling. 0 for 7 now in the game. Giannis with the drive. No. Wiggins.
See, the defender didn't give up on that play.
Wiseman with the body control, but it won't fall. Here's Giannis in transition with the layup.
As the game goes on, talent will always step up to their front. You cannot give up the easy layups. You've got to try to get in front of them, take a charge. And that's what Boston did so well in their game where they defeated Milwaukee the other night. Took 4 charges in critical situations.
Offensive foul is called here on Wiseman. That's his 3rd personal. He lost last year in the conference semifinals in 5 games to Miami. Giannis got hurt in game 4. Now they are already down 3-0 in that series as Lopez turns it over. Hubie, what do you think has to change for Milwaukee to make a deeper run in 2021 as Oubre gets the stuff?
Well, look, they've had the best record in the East for two straight years, and they went out in the playoffs. First to Toronto 2 years ago, and then last year to Miami in the second round. What has to happen? The offense has got to be able to produce when their three-ball shooting is below 30% or in the low 30s, because they take a ton when they can't get what they want from the offensive end. Plus, their second unit this year is really going to be tested. Can they step in and give you quality points? Remember we said 6 of their top 10 scorers from last year when the virus took over this league are no longer with this team.
Wiggins with the bucket. Well, think about it. Last year, they averaged 119 points per game in the regular season. The second highest in the last 35 years in the NBA. But the offense wasn't the same in the bubble and certainly wasn't the same during the playoffs. As Curry gets to the rim using the left hand. Couldn't get it to fall, but gets it back. And Wiggins, no good on the three.
Nice.
Giannis is fouled. He'll go back to the line where he's just 4 of 11. Oubre picked up the personal foul. That's his third. Antetokounmpo gets that one. First half stats. Looking at our Bucks leading scorers, brought to you by SAP. Middleton with 21, hit 4 threes. DiVincenzo with 11. Had a great first quarter, kind of like Wednesday night against Boston. Drew Holiday with 10. Holiday had 25 in his Buck debut against the Celtics the other night. The 12-point Milwaukee lead. Antetokounmpo able to get both free throws on that trip.
Here's your trap.
Pass. Pascal puts it home.
Beautiful pass by Curry. Came over. They trapped him hard. He looked for that roll man, and the roll man created the space.
Wild shot by Giannis, kept alive by DiVincenzo. Boy, it's so great to have Steph back. One of the most entertaining players to watch in the game.
Well, see, right all night long, Holiday's been going over the top to not let Curry step back and shoot it. But Curry will hit you if you're open, so you have to keep working. And that's what you like to see tonight. He's been right on the money with his guys who are moving without the ball.
Had that hand injury last year, only played in 5 games.
Really?
That's Andrew.
Nice change of direction. I'm sorry, Dave.
Now, we know how skilled he is. Former #1 overall pick. DiVincenzo with a bank shot. Here's Curry off the heel. Ten-point Milwaukee lead, less than 4 minutes into the third quarter. Here on Christmas Day, the first time Milwaukee's hosted a Christmas Day game since 1968, which was the first season of the Milwaukee Bucks. And we got a timeout on the floor.
Good neighbors got surprisingly great rates with State Farm.
State Farm? Let me see that book.
I'm Jake from State Farm.
Is this a commercial?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I'm a family man. Hey! I'm a good man.
It's Sonia.
But most of all, I'm kind of a nobody.
What are you doing here, old man?
What's happening?
Don't call 911. They came to my house.
Many other places that he donated money. Dave?
Cassidy, like Giannis, Chris Middleton has really embraced living in Wisconsin and being in Milwaukee. Loves it there. He's, been there since his second year in the league. He came in with the Pistons, was there with just 1 year after being a second-round pick. And Hubie, you were an assistant in Milwaukee, so you know what it's like to coach in that city and how much they love the Bucks, especially when they're good. And when you were there, they were really good. They made the NBA Finals in 1974.
Yeah, unfortunately for us, we lost Lucius Allen right at the end of the season, our dynamite point guard. And we lost in 7 games to Boston in the final with John Havlicek and Dave Cowens and JoJo White, Paul Silas, that group of players. It was an incredible series. We had a couple of guys who were pretty good. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Oscar Robertson, and Bobby Dandridge. Not a bad group.
It was the last time the Bucks have been to the NBA Finals. Their last championship was 71. Kareem, Oscar, Bob Dandridge with Lou Costello, the head coach. 3 ball off the mark, rebounded by Holiday. Giannis in transition with the slam. Just his 3rd field goal of the game. And now a timeout by the Warriors as the lead is up to 16 for the Bucks.
Yeah, very good timeout. And you're saying to yourself, what's the big problem here? Golden State right now, 8 for 32, 25%. Get out on the break with those long misses.
NBA Christmas Day, presented by State Farm on ABC, is brought to you by Hennessy, the spirit of the NBA, and GE Profile. This is smarter cooking.
We've seen how far this game can go, so we take it and run.
Making moves like nobody.
For everybody.
We don't move within the lines.
We move beyond them. Hennessy, the spirit of the NBA.
This is not just an oven. This is innovation.
Remember we said now, can Golden State take care of the defensive boards from now to the end of this game? And that's what I like right there. Curry went all the way back, took the rebound, dribbled it into the floor. If you're not going to pick him up, of course he's going to shoot.
Back-to-back buckets for Curry. Here's Giannis attacking, and he's fouled. He'll go back to the line where he's 6 of 13.
Now, this is just a great move. Look, see, Curry goes down in there. Now watch as he surveys as he comes up here. I'm going to blow right by. Nope, how about that fake? Step back and then go to the basket strong. I like the fact that Curry has really picked up this game, but he's never stopped feeding people who are open, giving them opportunities.
6 assists for Curry in the game. Well, coming up on Monday Night Football, the Buffalo Bills have clinched their first division title in 25 years. They take on the Patriots, who are going to miss the playoffs for the first time since 2008. It's also the last time they didn't have Tom Brady. He got hurt that year. Matt Castle was the quarterback there that year in 08. Bills, Patriots, ESPN on ABC, and ABC Monday Night Football, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific.
See, that's inexcusable. You have a guy blocking out the shooter, and the shooter misses and gets the rebound.
They turn it over as Giannis's pass is picked off. Here's a 3 on the other end. It's not close. Middleton's got it, looking to push tempo here for Milwaukee with a 13-point lead. Wild shot. Now Curry in transition where he can do some major damage. The ball in a string that time, almost turned it over and then somehow got it back. Oubre has it poked away from behind by Middleton. Now Middleton spotting up, drains it. He's got 26.
See, you're on the road now. You have to be careful. You can't let this get away from you. You say, well, we're down 16 right now. Yeah, but the big thing is you don't want to get to 25 before you end this quarter.
Nice move by Eric Paschall and 1.
Pascal in this game, we brought up the fact that he averaged 17 a game last year in the games that he started. Well, he hasn't had any opportunities other than trying to get a loose ball or an offensive rebound. There have been no plays for him where he's had good scoring opportunities.
Foul is on Giannis, the first team foul. Pascal gets the free throw. He averaged 14 per game last year, good for 5th among rookies. He was the 41st pick out of Villanova a year ago, won a championship with the Wildcats in 2018. Now in his second year at age 24. Here's Giannis in his 8th year at age 26. Tries past Pascal but missed the layup. Got it back and puts it home.
How about how he just split that trap? That was beautiful. He loves that spin move. Spin and then try to split.
15 points, 11 rebounds now. He averaged 14 boards last year, good for second in the league. Oubre continues to struggle. 1 for 10, 0 for 5 from 3. Meanwhile, Middleton has the hot hand. He's 6 of 8 from downtown.
Yeah, very, very carefully. He's moving to the corners. Like we said, he loves the baseline areas. So anytime in transition, you've got to get to him in a hurry.
Pascal trying to answer Middleton's three, comes up short. Middleton in transition. Portis the trailer. Three is good. And it's the largest lead of the game for the Bucks at 20 points.
And this is just an excellent timeout, mainly because you've had wide open shots at the other end. The team has run down and just
is your body's natural way of cooling itself down, then condensation is a beer's natural way of saying, drink me.
At AutoZone, you get what you need when you need it. Got a today job? Pick it up free same day at your local AutoZone. More of a tomorrow project? Order as late as 10 p.m. with free next day delivery. Getting the job done just got easier.
I was on. It came down to a one-on-one on that left corner, and give Hardaway a lot of credit. He forced the deflection, sure, out of bounds, but once again, the clock is down.
Deep three by Curry. Too strong. He's 2 for 9. The putback is good, though, by Kevon Looney, the Milwaukee native. Looney went to Alexander Hamilton High School as number 5. And then he Ward High School, was retired a couple years ago. Hamilton now with 31 points and then a bad turnover by the Warriors. Nice pass by Middleton. Here's Portis, corner 3 off the mark. How about the Warriors, UB? 8 of 36.
I know. And, you know, you just can't get that many open shots because they've been open. Very few of them have been forced. So when you're getting open shots, if you can't make the shot, you got to try to get the offensive rebounds, and that has not happened.
Luka and LeBron must-see TV.
Where else can one of the game's greatest battle one of the future's brightest?
Who are the best going at it?
Games all day, featuring the Mavericks and the Lakers, 8 p.m. Eastern.
I bet you're looking forward to watching Luka Doncic just taking the league by storm at 21 years of age.
Got all the talent. He's got nerves of steel. He can make the three. He can score in traffic off the dribble. And he's not 6'3" or 6'4". He's a legitimate 6'7", 6'8".
Against Phoenix, he just finds a way to get deep into the paint.
Yep. See, once Porzingis comes back, they need Porzingis to have some type of a inside scoring threat. And then if your big men lay off the double team, Porzingis is an excellent three-point shooter. But they need his all-around game. Once he gets back, they'll be difficult.
DJ Wilson knocks down the 3. Mavs head coach Rich Harlow told us the other night it's just a matter of weeks for Porzingis. He's coming back soon. Had knee surgery in October, was not there for that playoff series against the Clippers where Luka almost single-handedly won it for Dallas. Took L.A. to 6 games. He hit that game-winning shot in Game 4. Toscano Anderson was into the front row of the Warriors bench, but is okay.
Wow, he honestly thought he had a shot at getting the ball and throwing it back in bounds. Give him a lot of credit. I mean, when you're down as large as they're down right now, a lot of guys wouldn't chase that ball.
He played his college ball in Milwaukee at Marquette. Got 3 guys on this Warrior team with ties to Milwaukee. Toscana Anderson going to Marquette. We mentioned Looney is from Milwaukee. Jordan Poole from Milwaukee as well. Mulder's 3 is good.
He's on the team because he's a three-point shooter. You're hoping that he can come off the bench and give you good shooting.
First points for him. Second year out of Kentucky. Augustine fouled by Kevon Looney.
Here's your move right here. This is Bazemore going through. If you're going to rotate down inside, you kick out. You're hoping that you can start, maybe get a little bit on fire. We know you're down 20, but an NBA game, you never give up. You never know what's going to happen.
Warriors are over the limit, so Augustine at the free throw line in his 13th NBA season, former top 10 pick. We touched in the first half on all the players that the Bucks moved on from, and one of the players they brought in is Augustine after spending the last 5 years in Orlando.
I'm glad these two guys separated right there. You don't need a little confrontation at this time.
Final seconds here at the third quarter.
Nice.
Looney trying to power it up and in. It wouldn't fall. Rebounded by Portis.
But the defender never gave up on defending him, which was impressive.
Forbes kicks to the corner. Augustine gets past Bazemore, hangs and finishes. Nicely done by Augustine.
He's not a big guy. They say 5'11". Now he gets down in there. He looks a little bit maybe shorter, but he'll challenge, because if you notice tonight, every time he's had the ball, he's got down into the paint.
There's Curry over 2 defenders. Too strong on the threes. 2 for 10 for the second straight game from 3. Portis with 1 second left, in and out. And we go to the fourth quarter. Milwaukee is full command of this one, leading the Warriors by 24.
Have returned just in time for the holidays, along with a new way to sweat crunch time, the Big Tray Payday. If a player hits a three-pointer in the last minute of the fourth quarter, you get a free ticket to a $100,000 contest this week. So download the DraftKings Daily Fantasy app, sign up with the promo code, join the Big Tray Payday before it's too late, and make it rain.
There are sandwiches you eat, and then there are tangy barbecue pork with pickles and onions.
Wiseman has more games under his belt, and our second unit players get comfortable with their roles. He thinks that they'll be in a position to contend for a playoff spot in the West. Giannis misses the turnaround. He's just 4 for 14 from the floor, 15 points. He does have 11 rebounds and 3 assists. Wiggins off
once again,
get that one.
Once again, wide open. And it goes back to, you can't shoot the percentages. You can't shoot from 34 from the field and 24 in threes and expect to be in the game against a team that supposedly early is favored to win the Eastern Conference. And they got too much talent.
There's Adetokounmpo driving. Well, he lost it. It was a good pass, but it ends up in the hands of Augustine, who hits a 3.
Nice defense, though, by Chris. He got in there. He was going to take the charge if Giannis continued strong to the rim.
Chris can't answer from 3. Milwaukee is 13 of 28 from 3. Golden State is 9 of 39. Here's Forbes, another 3-ball. That's the 14th triple for the Bucks, who lead by 30.
So they brought Forbes here from San Antonio because of his high shooting percentage in threes. Also playing in a structured type of an offense down there at San Antonio that relies on that kind of shooting.
Empty possession for Golden State. Here's Augustine. No-look lob to Wilson, but he couldn't put it home.
Yeah, that was a pretty pass.
Jordan pull from outside, no good.
You could coaching right now. You have 4 backups out there playing with Giannis. So what you're looking for is total team play, good ball movement, and make sure we get good shots if you're the coach. You're emphasizing that, hey, we're not going to sleep here with this big lead.
We have a motto. We all we got, that's all we need.
We invest in the community.
It's more than gym shoes and bags.
It's a pay-it-forward situation.
Because what you leave in this world
is more important than what you take from it.
The Legacy program is an opportunity for my players to reach their highest potential.
Every day, we're faced with adversity to create a legacy.
Stay focused and stay hopeful.
Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
And continue to make plays for change.
In the NBA out of Stanford, he had his twin brother Robin on the team a year ago.
Anytime that you have as many new people, especially your second unit, guys that have never played in the type of defense that they use here in Milwaukee, you like to have your leader, a guy that people are going to respect, speak to the other players so they get another sound other than a coach being in their face for not doing what they're supposed to do.
Well, and one of the things that the Bucks want to see is more vocal leadership from Giannis. I mean, Giannis is a great guy. He is a guy that leads by example, and he's become more talkative, but even he has said, I've got to be more vocal. It can't just be Brooke, and Chris Middleton is another quiet guy in that locker room. They want Giannis to be more vocal.
You know, there are players that's not in their bag. They have the opportunity to talk to guys one-on-one, and it's just as important, and it makes just as much of a point because they do it quietly. And you'd say, well, the guy isn't outspoken. You don't see him out on the front. No, but he's getting a message across to the guys, and the young guys respect that.
20-4 run by Milwaukee right now. Such an important year for the Bucks. As that 3 won't fall from the war, but you've got a team that has the best record in the NBA over the last 2 years, but a pair of playoff disappointments. The loss to Toronto when they had that lead in the conference finals and then falling to the Heat in 5 games in the conference semifinals. Coming up next Friday, New Year's Day, the college football playoff semifinals are on ESPN. Starting at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific with the Rose Bowl from Arlington, Texas. Again, another 2020 thing. Alabama, Notre Dame, Sugar Bowl. Its normal site, New Orleans. Clemson, Ohio State, with the winners moving on to the national championship game Monday, January 11th in Miami on ESPN. Wanamaker gets the second free throw. It's 111-80 Milwaukee.
Well, they're pressing and trapping a little bit now. They've been in the zone the last 2 possessions. You can see it right there. It's a 2-3 zone with the middle guy trying not to get a zone call by staying in the painted area. Nice pass.
Wara with the basket inside. The rookie out of Louisville was the 45th pick in the draft. They had 2 second-round draft picks, the Bucks did, Wara, and then Sam Merrill out of Utah State. Actually, he was taken by New Orleans, but then traded on draft night with the last overall pick. He played 6 minutes against Boston the other night. Portis swishes it home. Deep 2.
This guy's got a lot of talent. You just got to get him that he's going to do it every night and understand that he's got a tough job. Because with a team like this, you are coming off the bench, you got to lead that second group. Defensively, rebounding, and then scoring because he can shoot facing the basket.
And he's got 12 rebounds off the bench.
Yeah. He's got talent now, Dave.
We're out. take flight.
Ridiculous! Where else can a king wear 4 crowns?
And a whole league that looks to take the throne.
Hubbard here. I sat down with Giannis earlier this week, and he talked about, you know, the needing it to hurt in order to win. He actually made the comparison to Michael Jordan losing in the playoffs, and he told me, look, it's got to hurt. It's not going to be easy. You know, MJ, he went through it. LeBron went through it. A lot of great players went through it. And he just made the point that you have to hurt in order to win, and he truly believes that over these next 5 years that he is now committed to the Bucks, he's told me maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 championships. That's the goal. And anybody around Giannis knows 2 things matter to him: family and being the best. And that's what he's focused on. And now that he's signed and committed to Milwaukee, that's his sole focus, is being the best, Dave.
Trying to become the first to win 3 consecutive MVP awards since Larry Bird, who did it 1984, 85, and 86. Only 2 others have done that. Wilt and Russell. So think about that. If Giannis does it, Hubie, it's Giannis, Bird, Wilt, Russell, consecutive MVP awards.
Well, just think of the development like we talked about when he first came over early in that first quarter. 6'9", 210 pounds. When you look at this man right now, 6'11", 250, and then also an incredible presence, not only at the offensive end, but he tries to anchor the defense.
He was the Defensive Player of the Year last year after Rudy Gobert had won it the previous 2 years. Only the 3rd ever to win MVP and the Defensive Award in the same season, along with Olajuwon and Jordan. So the guy's in great company in so many different categories and hardware, and he's just 26. In fact, just turned 26 earlier this month. Portis in transition has it poked away by Poole, but it will stay with the Bucks. You know, we should mention too, Hubie, we were talking about Bird winning those championships, or winning the championships, but also winning the MVPs from 84 to 86. The head coach of those teams in 84 and 86, Casey Jones, passed away earlier today. Casey won 8 titles as a player with the Celtics and 2 as a coach. He died today at age 88.
Well, he will be missed in the Boston area and in the Oakland area, because he and Bill Russell at the University of San Francisco won the NCAA championship. And then when they came into the pros, they buddied up and played with those famous teams in Boston, and then coached and had great success as a coach of the Celtic team. So very nice man, very hard-working guy, very happy for him because he was a great player.
The Celtics are up next year on ABC, taking on Brooklyn. There's the guy we were talking about, Sam Merrill, 24-year-old rookie out of Utah State, draining a 3. Chris way off of that shot, and the Bucks looking to run again. Right down Main Street is Antetokounmpo, Giannis's brother.
NBA Christmas Day on ABC is presented by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And in part by Subway. Eat fresh.
Jake from State Farm. If you here, this must be a State Farm commercial. Sure is. It also means it's about to go down. Oh, don't worry, Chris. Things are going to go surprisingly great. I've been doing this for too many years. It means something about to go down. Oh, no. Here it comes. Jake, protect yourself. Have a nice day. I told you. Surprising. Just like State Farm's surprisingly great rates. Who are you talking to?
Well, unfortunately for Golden State, this is what happened to them in the 3rd quarter and in the 2nd, 4th quarter when they played at Brooklyn the other night. But in the second half right now, they've been outscored 61-32. And it's all missed shots and then the transition game being run down at them. And you got to give a lot of credit to the Milwaukee people who are out on the floor. They're taking advantage of it. Good ball movement, getting good shots at the basket.
No Draymond Green tonight. Foot injury suffered in practice a week ago, but he's day-to-day. They do expect him back in the next game or two. He has not played since February 27th. And obviously, the biggest loss is Klay Thompson, as Wara has it blocked by Wiseman. Klay Thompson will miss his second straight year. It was the knee injury suffered in Game 6 of the NBA Finals in June of 2019, and the Achilles injury then suffered at the end of November. So when he returns, still be 31, so still plenty of time for Klay Thompson to have an impact and help Golden State win more championships, but it's going to be 2.5 years they'll have to go without Thompson.
Well, not only the points and the field goal percentage and the three-point shooting, which is incredible, those numbers. The fact that he was one of your top, if not the top defender, guarding the other team's best point guard to allow Curry to pick and save his strength. He was a great two-way player for them, and the game will be much better when he comes back. He's a hard worker, and let's face it, catch and shoot led the league, I don't know how many years in a row for percentage. Just amazing.
And there's a toughness, too, that Klay Thompson brings to the table that the Warriors will miss.
His dad was a pretty good player out at the University of Minnesota, and then drafted that high up in that first round with the Lakers. Then he had another brother who played Major League Baseball and played with the Dodgers and was in their field. So it's really a true athletic family that kind of gets to the top in regards to production.
And actually, one of the players on the floor for the Warriors, Michael Mulder, he's named after Michael Thompson, Klay's dad. And spelled the same way. Thanasis, nice move in the lane there for Giannis's older brother, putting that in. They were celebrating Kostas the other night, getting his ring with the Lakers. Kostas Antetokounmpo, and the Lakers winning the championship ring ceremony. On Tuesday night, they play the Mavs tonight on ABC and ESPN. Merrill again from deep. Wow.
Well, when you bring guys to your team and you say that your number one priority is their shooting percentage, well, you're hoping that when you do give them the time that they can execute and get it going for the confidence level, because they're fighting people for minutes. And they want to get not just minutes, but quality minutes when the game is on the line.
That's 23s now. They are plus 30 in three-point made shots over the Warriors. Golden State's made 10. Milwaukee's made 20. And it's 138 to 95 collision in the lane as Poole try to draw the charge on Torrey Craig. A brand new year means a brand new Bachelor on ABC. Matt James's journey to find love begins, but with 32 women after his heart, you know there will be brand new drama. The season premiere of The Bachelor, Monday, January 4th, 8/7 Central on ABC. And coming up next year on ABC, the Brooklyn Nets and the Boston Celtics. Going to be really interesting to watch the East this year, because Kevin Durant looks like he is back. He was phenomenal the other night against the Warriors.
Oh, you like their depth. Now, Irving had a great night himself. You look at their first unit, it's very strong. And then the guys coming off the bench could be starters other places. And you just like the style of play. And, you know, I want to just say something about Steve Nash. Nash and Bird very seldom get talked about as the greatest shooters when people are talking about shooting. But when you talk about 50% from the field, 40% in threes, and 90 on the line, 6 guys have done it once. Nash has done it 4 times, and Larry Bird has done it twice. Then you had Nowitzki and Durant. And then you had Reggie Miller, and then a guy that a lot of people forget about, Mark Price, who played with the great Cleveland teams. And then from Milwaukee, just 2 years ago, Brogdon out of the University of Virginia, he also did it. That's why it was interesting that the young man who's having such great game today, Middleton, misses it not by a point, but we're talking about hundreds of a point. Just amazing.
Right, 4.97. That's what his shooting percentage was from the field. We have defensive 3 seconds, so technical. And Lee gets the free throw. But back to your point on Steve Nash, he was a part of the Warriors organization for a while. And getting an opportunity now to coach in the NBA. A lot of people were surprised when that news broke that he was getting the head coaching job. But with his personality and some of the characters there in Brooklyn, with the Kyrie Irving in particular, should be able to handle those guys.
Well, if you go back and you look at the general manager there, he and Steve played together on those great teams in Phoenix. So they know the character, they know the IQ of basketball, and then he stayed close to the game by being a consultant and then a workout guy whenever he was in town with Golden State with the good teams.
Bull trying to go baseline. Manassas, good hands. Knocks it out of bounds. Brother likes it. So for the Warriors, Steph Curry finishes with 19 points. Again, a struggle for him on Christmas Day. It's his 8th Christmas game, and his career shooting percentage is 30% on Christmas. His career high on Christmas Day he got today. He matched his previous best with 19 points, but he was 6 of 17, 2 of 10 from 3. Wiseman just blocked that by catching it out of the air. Look at him run the floor here. He gets fouled on the drive, but again, showing you that tremendous talent and agility.
Look, he's got 17 points in this game. He's only played 25 minutes. You can see it right there. The blocks are there. He had the blocks the other night in game 1. He's backing it up with it again. And remember, we cannot underestimate this at all. 0 training camp and 0 games in the exhibition. He's doing it at the highest level, and he's doing it against a couple of good teams, Brooklyn and now Milwaukee.
Number 2 pick, the first time the Warriors have taken a player number 2 since Rick Barry back in 1965. They had the number 1 pick in 95 and took Joe Smith. We'll see if Wiseman, at age 19, will continue to have as much impact as he's had early on when Draymond Green returns to the lineup, which is expected here either against Chicago on the 27th or at Detroit on the 29th. The Warriors are 0-2. The Bucks get their first win of the season, blowing out the Warriors 138-99. We'll come back, talk to the star of the game, and wrap things up from Milwaukee after the break.
Baconator is the ultimate bacon cheeseburger that's got all other cheeseburgers feeling like. And now with the Breakfast Baconator, we're shaking and waking up your breakfast, bringing that big bacon energy all day long. So get to Wendy's and always be baconating.
Do for this team?
We're still learning. I think we're trying to learn what they can do, and they are trying to learn, figure out what they can do for us. But so far, Drew's been great. DJ was great tonight with his first game back. So we expect big things from them all season long.
Well, it's the first Christmas Day game here in Milwaukee for you. We saw your young daughter give the player introduction before the game. So what are the Christmas night plans after this big win?
Definitely about to go home, open some gifts, eat some more fruit snacks with her, but definitely going to try to enjoy the night with the family.
Well, Merry Christmas, as I saw all of the masks you gave all of the Pfizer forum workers. So Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you.
Merry Christmas to you too. Thank you.
Dave?
All right, Cassidy, great night for Chris Middleton. Played just 26 minutes, but scored 31 points on only 15 shots. as Milwaukee rolls to a 138-99 win over the Golden State Warriors, the first win for the Bucks this season. So great to have the Hall of Famer Hubie Brown back. The NBA on ABC. For Hubie, Cassidy Hubbard, I'm Dave Pash. Don't forget more NBA basketball up next on ABC with the Nets and Celtics. NBA Christmas Day presented by State Farm continues after the break.
Welcome to Celebrity Wheel of Fortune.
For the first time ever, yes! America's Game is taking prime time for a spin.
You gotta make some money.
Yes! Celebrity Wheel of Fortune, Thursday, January 7th, only on ABC.
I have something for you.
Hi. I have something for you, too.